We're live. Okay. Hello. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Day got away from me. I've suddenly found myself ankle deep. That's not very deep at all. Up to my eyeballs. How about that? I've suddenly found myself up to my eyeballs in learning a bunch of new songs the day of the show. Good plan, Sarah. And then went, oh, there's less than an hour before the show. Also, I feel weirdly exhausted, so I went and took a nap. So the good news is that me starting 15 minutes late meant you guys are getting a slightly more refreshed Sarah. So, all right. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. Sorry about there being no Pepper opening act. He was eating his dinner and, could not be spared. So it goes. Oh, thank you, Lorna. That's very kind of you to say. I always try to look something like a daisy. If not, I try to look like a bicycle built for two. Ha-ha, okay, so here's what I didn't do today. Make a set list. So we're just going to fly by the seat of our pants. The seats of our pants, the seat of our collective pants, our theoretical pants. If anybody has a request, this would be a great time to throw it in. Original cover, anything, if you have an idea of what you'd like to hear from me. Because, although I'm just going to pick something somewhat at random. I just realized this shirt might not be great for playing ukulele in because it's got this whole situation that just like hangs open. It's a very cool shirt, but might not be great when the strap is kind of messing with the natural fall of the fabric. Anyway, you guys didn't come here to hear me talk about a shirt or pants. I just want to launch into one of my old standbys, but I also feel like I need to ease into the evening, possibly with something sort of chill and moderately relaxed. Let's see. What's a song I have that's chill and moderately relaxed? Chill and moderately relaxed is not always my MO. I have slow and a bit sad. And I don't know about chill and moderately relaxed. Also, my Google Docs, the app on my tablet, which I'm using as my cheat sheet, has decided that I want to see things in the night mode where everything is dark. And I can't convince it of otherwise. Okay, I'm going to start the evening with a sad country song, which I wouldn't normally do, but I need to sort of, ease into things. Playing solitaire with your voice in the air, all around me. Oh, why should it be? That's the most of you I'll ever have, but it's true that you'll never be sitting here with me. I write all of my kings waiting here in the wings, but I can't make a move. It just goes to prove when the cards don't fall right. For Hold on. Got lost. Don't ease so much into it. I'm walking around with my feet on the ground, not up in the air. It hardly seems fair. Just a week ago, it all seems so possible. You might look my way, and you might smile and say that you've been thinking of me. You wondered if I was free, just to take a walk, just to sit and talk. All those dreams are just dreams. I'm still here with my queens, waiting for the right time, when all the cards fall in line. It might seem like the answer to all, but the bigger your heart, the harder you fall. If you give it up, throwing yourself at the same wall, you better pick yourself up from the ground and wait for the day when you're dealt a better hand, and be the one whose heart you can understand. You might feel like a diamond in the rough. Well, we all do, so come join the club. Your race is enough. All right. Pepper, are you supposed to be up there? Down. He's on the coffee table. He knows he's not supposed to be on the coffee table. He's just looking at me like, you didn't see that. Thank you, everybody. That's one called Solitaire. It's going to be on my new EP. The mythical new EP that will happen at some point in the future. That was supposed to come out in June or July before the world exploded. Yeah. Okay, I see that Michelle requested paper towns, so I will also do paper towns. And I'm off enough today that I'm even going to pull up the cheat sheet for it, even though I know that song like the back of my proverbial hand. All right. This one's Paper Towns. It's on my album, You Have a Queer Street Cred. Should That's a song. Thank you. Thank you. I'm about to eat an apple on camera. I'm really sorry about that. But here's the thing about the human voice box. It's very prickly. Sometimes it just wants to be weird. Sometimes water just doesn't cut it. You need something else. All right, so that's a song. Some of you are aware that I just finished my latest Isolated Literary Society series of my read aloud sessions. The book that we just finished was Stephen Brust's Cowboy Fang's Space Bar and Grill, the best sci-fi book ever about being in a folk band. And that book has a lot of music references in it. It's about a band, sort of. And I made a playlist as I was reading of all the songs that are quoted or referenced in the book. And even though I've read that book many times, I realized I'd never actually gone through and like looked up all the songs, which is weird. It's just weird that I never did that. I know some of the songs. I was already familiar with a number of them, but a lot of them I was not. As Michelle said, you can go back and listen if you didn't hear it. Check out my playlists on my channel. All the videos are archived there if you want to go back and listen at your leisure. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to learn a couple of songs from the book. But here's the thing. I didn't think of it until a couple of days ago. And I had actually a lot of work this week, which, you know, good problem to have, but didn't get as much time to play them as I would have liked. And I ended up doing a lot of it earlier today, which actually I try really hard not to, like, I'll warm up a little bit, but I try not to like leave actual like rehearsing till the day of, because then I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm real tired, guys. Anyway, so I did that today though. So let's see. I tried to learn probably more of them than I reasonably should have. I'm gonna do this one, which is fun. I didn't make a version of it that's like perfect for my tablet screen like I tried to do, so I don't have to like mess with it during the song. But this is a fun one. One of the many songs in the book that is credited as traditional in the book, and it isn't. It's tricky with folk music. If people hear a song enough times, they just assume it's a traditional. Also, traditional just means we don't know who wrote it. And it's been played enough times that who wrote it might in fact be immaterial. I guess they would feel differently, but most of them are not alive. Anyway, this song was actually written in like 1885 or something like that, so it's not that old, all things considered. But it has become a traditional, if you like. Although I suppose J.F. Mitchell deserves a little credit for writing it. Okay, I reminded myself how it goes. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? Now, if all the women in the town were bundled up together, the girl I love could beat them all in any kind of weather. She doesn't wash the powder off because she doesn't wear it. Her face and figure are all her own. It's true, for I declare that she's a big, fine, strong lump of an agricultural Irish girl. She neither paints nor powders, and her figure is all her own. But she can take that hard. Oh, you take a kick of the mule. You got the fruit of your arms of Irish love was Mary Ann Malone. Hey! fine, strong lump of an agricultural Irish girl. She neither paints nor powders, and her figure is all her own. But she can hit that hard. Oh, you think that kick of a mule you got. The full of your arms of Irish love was Mary Ann. The full of your arms of Irish love was Mary Ann alone. Hey! Yes, the full of your arms of Irish love was Mary Ann alone. Like I said, didn't take as much time as I would have liked to get that really locked in, but it's a fun song. That's called the Agricultural Irish Girl. I think we can all appreciate big, fine, strong lump as a compliment. Although, just for the record, love my femmes. Nothing wrong with paints and powders. Although it's always nice when someone appreciates the lack. Okay, let's see what I got here. And the actual lack. It's not like guys who comment on pictures of women who are wearing a full face of natural style makeup, and they comment like, "Oh, so beautiful. Why don't more women just not wear makeup?" Dudes. This is straight dudes mostly, let's be real. All right. So the funny thing is there's a lot of songs in that are referenced in that book. A lot of them are traditional folk tunes, right? And folk tunes actually tend to be relatively simplistic in terms of, chords and structure and all that stuff. So you'd think that learning a bunch of them would actually be quite easy. But basically every single one that I chose turned out to be more complicated than normal. He references the Stan Rogers song Giant, and I thought, I love Stan Rogers, I'll just learn that. But that sounds in a weird tuning, and I could not quite get it to sound right. And then I decided that I would also try to learn the Moving On song by Ewan MacColl, also known under the title Go Move Shift, which is a great song, but it's also in kind of a weird key, and it has a slightly odd time signature change-up thing in it. That's great, and I love it. But it's still up in the air whether I will attempt to play it tonight, because it definitely needs a little more work before I've got it locked down. But I'll go ahead and do one a me. I'll do a me. Oh, Lorna, I have to apologize. I did not spend time on Somewhere Out There in the last 2 weeks, which I said I would do on the last stream. And then it just didn't happen. Not because I didn't want to. Just life. Guys, I was having a thought today, and I went, you know what? I really need to stop making so many promises. I need to stop committing to things, which sounds crappy, but it's been a problem lately where I'm like, I say I will definitely do this without thinking about maybe what is involved and what it means and what the rest of my life is like. So I just need to not stop committing to things, but I need to think more before I say I will do something. Because then I feel very, very bad when I don't do something I said I would do. That's something that I beat myself up if I don't do something and I said I would do it. So anyway, need to stop setting myself up for that. Let's do a song that I know very well. That will be fun and everybody likes. I will wait for my honey bun to sleep. to be mine forevermore. Ah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're too kind. Oh yeah, we got Michelle back at it doing the Honey Bunch. That's perfect. We got the emoji versions of songs. Home, time, calendar. What's that? Ticket? Like a time card? Map, mountain, boat, and then lots of applause. I love it. I love it. Aaron, I forgive you for being late. You missed the agricultural Irish girl. Too bad. So, oh yes, good call, because mail, postcard. I have often thought I should try to find like someone who's selling postcards from Albany on the internet and buy a bunch of them. Maybe send them to my patrons. If anybody in this chat, I can't remember. Yes, I think at least two is a patron at the postcard level. Sorry that the July postcard's extremely late. Life. That thing. Yeah, that's the one. Okie dokie. Savvy, you said I looked up that book. It has a funny nickname, and I don't know when that came in the chat, but I like already have forgotten what book I mentioned. Other than oh shoot, is there an Albany in Oregon, Michelle? That might make it much easier to get some. I mean, I was imagining the New York one because I didn't know the Oregon one existed, but that's cool. Okay, songs. What songs to do? Gosh, I've written some songs, haven't I? Sure I have. Oh, interesting. Oh, Savvy, where did you find that information? Because I've never seen that as like a nickname for that book. I'm very curious. Is that something that the author, Stephen Bruce, said somewhere, or? I would like very much to hear about that. I'm gonna do, this is a very short song that I wrote early in the quarantine. Okay, Savvy, I'm gonna go check its Wikipedia because I'm very curious what. I'm also gonna look at who added it to the Wikipedia because I've never heard that. That would be arguably, that would possibly actually be a weirder title. Cowboy Fang's Space Bar and Grill is already a weird title, but all right. So earlier in the pandemic times, my friend Strangely was doing nightly live stream concerts between an hour and sometimes 4 hours long, which is absolutely bananas. But it was like, it was very good for the people who tuned in, and kind of a little community sprung up around it. And he did lots of requests. It was like all requests. He would like, someone would request a song and he'd just like look up chords and be like, I've never even heard this song before, and just wing it based on the chords and lyrics. It was really fun. Anyway, at some point, somebody jokingly requested, I want to hold your hand in German. Presumably, I assume that the Beatles recorded that song in German, and that's why the person was requesting it. But I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I Want to Hold Your Hand in German was the title of a song? So I wrote a very short song of that title. I want to hold your hand in German. and stroke your hair in Japanese. I'll learn to say your name in Persian, kiss you in French till you're weak in the knees. I'll tell you just exactly... I've forgotten how to sing the song. I'll tell you just exactly how I feel in ancient Aramaic. Why did I make the song so high? Before I ever say a word, you'd understand. Sort of ruined that by forgetting how to sing it and then talking through it, but it's a one-note joke turned into a song. I should have played that. See, this is what happens when you just pick a random song that you're like, I haven't played this in a while. Let's see if I remember how it goes. It's cute. It's a cute little joke, though. It's a cute little twist. Cool. Oh, man. All right. You know what? Let's get wild. So a few years ago, a friend of mine who I had met on Tinternet moved from, I think, Wisconsin to Los Angeles to pursue her dreams being a stand-up comedian. And part of the reason that she finally made the jump is that she had met this community of podcast fans on Facebook that I was a part of. And through it, she made some friends who also were looking for a place to live. And also they ended up finding a house to rent through this group because the owner and like landlord of the house it was a podcast guy that we were all fans of. And like, amazingly, he actually came into this group and was like, hey, you guys all seem cool and you're fans of what I do. I have this house and I'm trying to rent it out. I thought I'd see if any of you guys wanted to rent it, which is like a bananas thing to do and very trusting of your fans. And I think says a lot about that community, not for the most part, not being creepy. So I was like chatting with her about it. And I was like, this is amazing. You're moving to LA to follow your dreams of being in comedy. And one of your like comedy heroes is going to end up being your landlord. Like, this is the stuff of sitcoms, right? So we kind of joked, made up a premise of of course, in the sitcom version, you'd be traveling to LA and then you'd get there. And only once you were there, find out that your landlord was like some old, comedy legend who'd kind of, maybe faded a little bit, but like, the person who moves would still be like starstruck. And anyway, and then shenanigans would happen. It'd be like Three's Company, but also with the comedy part. Anyway, and obviously, since it was her and two other people in the apartment, 3 roommates and the landlord. Obviously, the title of the sitcom would be 4 of a Kind, and this is the theme song I wrote for it. When you're moving on out to Hollywood and you're reaching for the stars, you're hoping for your name in lights, driving fancy cars, but you'll settle for a bungalow and some friends to share the load, and a landlord who knows what it's like to be 4 of a kind, a shoulder to cry on and keep you in mind, 4 of a kind, thinking there to tell them what's on your mind, 4 of a kind is your time, 4 of a kind is your time to shine. Kind of forgot how the ending went, but right as totally a sitcom theme song for that premise. I'm a big fan of the television theme song as an art form, as a song genre. So the story, unfortunately, is longer than the song, but I feel like it's worth it. Okay, there's some silliness. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. What else shall we do? Let's do. I'm going to do another song. Another one that I attempted to learn for Cowboy Fangs. Okay, so of the people who were here for the Cowboy Fangs stream, I know there's at least 3 people in the stream right now. There are 3. No, I'm just gonna say 2. There are 4 more songs I attempted to learn from the book, and I have none of those like locked down. Okay, none of them. But the 2 that I feel like I can at least stumble my way through, I'm gonna let you guys choose. Do you want to hear "Mad Tom of Bedlam" or the Moving On song, "Go Move Shift" by Ewan McCall? Please vote in the chat. Which one do you want to hear? All right, well, Michelle got in first, so unless everyone else votes for Go Move Shift, I'm going to try Mad Tom. Anyway, okay, 2 votes for Mad Tom. Okay, so here's the fun thing, is that I learned this song under the title Tom of Bedlam from a local musician, an Irish singer-songwriter based in Seattle named Connor Dunworley. And I like his version very much. And then when it came, the song came up in the book, it is just referred to, it's not quoted, it's just referenced that the band plays it at one point, and he just refers to it as Tom o' Bedlam, okay? Now, Connor recorded it under the title Ballad of Mad Tom, okay? But I was like, oh, obviously the same song. Then when I was researching the song, I found a version that I was like, this is fine. This is kind of 70s-ish. This is probably the sort of version of the song that Stephen Bruce probably would have been familiar with. So I just went with that. It sounded right. Then when I was actually sitting down to look up the chords online, I ran into a bit of a quandary, because it turns out there is more than one song that is performed under the title Mad Tom of Bedlam, Tom of Bedlam, Mad Tom of Bedlam, variations on that theme. See, here's the thing. There is a very old anonymous poem called Tom o' Bedlam, and it is about somebody who has been to Bedlam, where I don't know the history, but it's wacky times in Bedlam. And a woman is mentioned in the song under the name Maudine or Maudlin, depending on how you pronounce it. It's Maudlin. Connor pronounced it Maudine, so I'm just going to assume he's right since he's Irish. Probably knows. Anyway, there's a response poem from the point of view of this character, Mad Maudine. And it is that poem that mostly is sung, actually. It's called Mad Maudine's Search for Her Tom of Bedlam, or just Mad Maudine's Search, or Mad Maudine. However, I found a lot of people recording that text, or variations on that text. And that one has the chorus that goes, I sing bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny. And then and they want no drink or money. That is that version, right? The version that I learned from Connor, I looked up online the text of the original poem, and his version is almost exactly the text from the original Tom of Bedlam poem with some slight variations. And then tacked on the very end is the one famous refrain from the poem Mad Maudine. And to see Mad Tom of Bedlam, 1,000 miles I've traveled. And he says, the queen, she goes on dirty toes to save her shoes from gravel. That's from Mad Maudine's Search. So I don't know which version Stephen Bruce meant. I'm going to assume he meant the one that's actually Mad Maudine's Search, because there's more versions of that. But I attempted to learn Connor's arrangement, which is also slightly different and slightly more complicated. So again, I made it harder on myself by doing this kind of more syncopated, maybe interesting rendition. I wish, Michelle, I wish I had his number. You know what I'm saying? All right. From the hag and hungry goblin, mad interact with Renty, and the spirit stands by the naked man, and the book of moons defends he. That elder five sounds sensing will never be forsaken. endurance and they paint. On the Lord and lots of bedlam, and the stubble. On the Lord and lots of bedlam, and the stubble soft and dainty, and the bracelet strong. God, you guys, I thought I had this locked down a little more than I do. Okay, and the bracelet strong, sweet whip sting dong, and the bracelet strong, sweet whip sting dong, and bracelet strong, sweet whip sting dong, and the wholesome hunger. Oh, you guys, I did think I had this locked down more. And the straight strong, sweet whip sting dong, and the wholesome hunger plenty. There we go. Okay, listen while I sing. Oh, listen while I sing. Any food, any old food, food and drink or clothing. Someday moon made me not afraid, for Tom will lose nothing. I've seen that Tom of Bedlam, 1,000 miles I've traveled. And the queen, she goes on dirty toes to save her shoes from gravel. Oh, hi, listen while I sing. I swear at some point in the song he says, oh, hi, listen while I sing, but I can't figure out how to put those words into the meter. That's why I keep fucking it up. Oh, listen while I sing. Any food, any cold food, food and drink or clothing. Someday won't made me not afraid, for Tom will lose nothing. Oh, listen while I sing. Any food, any old food, food and drink or clothing. Someday won't made me not afraid, for Tom will lose nothing. That's the best I can do. Hey, I said I could stumble through it, and so I did. Anyway, so yeah, that's Connor Dunworley's version. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if he would say, oh no, I learned that from someone else. Or if he would say, oh yeah, I definitely, like, I sat down with the text of the original poem and I figured out my own version, blah, blah, blah. The melody of that and the chords and everything are very similar to the versions I found elsewhere online of Mad Monty and Search, but a little different, a little more complicated. Because I just don't know how to make things easy for myself. Apparently. Hey, let's just for fun do a song I already knew that is referenced in the book that's actually easy. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys will leave the girls alone. Hold me hair and stole me comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is a belle of Belfast City. She is a Corgan, 1, 2, 3. Boys, tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her. All the boys are fighting for her. Knock at the door, they're ringing the bell, saying hello, true love, are you well? Out she comes, so white as snow, rings on her fingers, bells on her toes. Home within her race says she'll die if she doesn't get the fellow with the bow tonight. Let the wind and the rain and the hail blow high and snow come traveling through the sky. She's as nice as apple pie. She'll get her own land by and by. When she gets a lot of her own, she won't tell them all when she gets home. Let them all come as they will, for it's Albert Mooney she loves still. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. The hair so they comb, and that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is a belle of Belfast City. She is a Corgan, 1, 2, 3. Boys, tell me who is she? Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. The hair so they comb, and it's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is a belle of Belfast City. She is a Corgan, 1, 2, 3. Boys, tell me who is she? Boys, tell me who is she? Something like that. Hey, that's the one that's actually like an actual Irish folk song in that it's easy. Easy and fun. So be easy and fun when you're drinking with one. I'm a man you don't meet every day. So, any requests? Any requests? Squeeze them in while I'm thinking about what to do with myself. Weirdly, the whole time I was reading Cowboy Fangs and looking up all those folk songs, I kept getting Leave Her Johnny stuck in my head, which is a maritime song that's not referenced in that book. It's certainly the kind of thing that might have been referenced in the book, but yeah. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the work is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Aaron, I think all you missed was Solitaire and Agricultural Irish Girl. I think that's all you missed. And maybe Paper Towns. That was the next song that I did. Okay, I just saw that Michelle has requested the spooky song, which is a favorite song of my niece and nephew. And it's not actually called the spooky song, but, that is what they call it. It's actually called The Hounds of God. And it was based on the Neil Gaiman book, The Graveyard Book. But the 6 and 4-year-old. Wait, is she 4? Is she just 3? Oh boy. It's too late, Michelle. I've already started introducing this one. Anyway, they like spooky stuff. They like ghosts. So they started referring to the song as the scary ghost song or the spooky song. And it is the one they like to hear. So even though it has a mild cuss in it. Very mild. All right, let's get spooky. In the summer twilight. Ooh, that's a bit fast. In the summer twilight, underneath the ghostly moon, the ivy-twinned jungle sings a solitary tune. Beneath the nook where lightning struck, there lies a grave forgot, cracked and broken, water stained with desiccated rot. Oh, stay away. Oh. spooky applause. If you go check out my album, You Have Crew Street Cred, that song is on it with some excellent spooky ethereal vocals over the top by the one and only Mr. Dogwood. It's very spooky. It's ghostly stuff. All right, we got a ghost, a cloud, a key, an angel, a dog, a demon, a bell, the sun, and the moon. Is perfect. Honestly, Michelle, every single one of these emoji versions of my songs is like flawless. Please start saving these. Like, copy them and paste them into a document somewhere so we can, like, eventually all of my songs will have emoji equivalents. Yeah, yes, Stephen. Extra applause for Michelle's emoji versions of songs. They're great. Okay, so that's a song. I absolutely made no plan for this. I did not make a set list. The only plan was I'll probably do one or two of these songs I learned from Cowboy Fangs. That was the sum total of my plan for this evening. Sometimes I make a set list. Sometimes I even stick to it. Other times, it's just an informal hangout, y'all. We're just doing a thing. We're just hanging out, playing some tunes, sharing emojis, like you do. Anyway, this is a brief break for a word from our sponsor. Hi. If you're here, you must be a fan of Sarahshay and the stuff that she does. Well, if you'd like to purchase some things that she does, there are links below to her Bandcamp, where you can buy music and also a short story audio collection of 3 short stories she wrote, read by her and her friends with original music by such luminaries as Aaron J. Shea and Phil Andrews of the Funk Rust Brass Band from New York City. Very exciting. Also featured Strangely Duesberg reading the part of the narrator of Cabbage Rose, the short story inspired by the song of same name. Ooh, how exciting. If you're interested in those things, click the links below. Or if you're just enjoying this music and you have a little cash to spare, you can also send me a tip below. I appreciate it. Also, I recommend donating to a social justice organization of some variety in your town, a bail relief fund or something similar, because boy, things are fucking bananas right now. Woo! Stuff's not great. Not great. Trying not to think about it, at least for the span of this hour, but had to throw that in there. So anyway, since I mentioned something upsetting, I'm gonna make y'all laugh at or with me, according to your preference. This is a song I learned specifically for my niece Bridget's birthday. Yeah, 4. Yeah, she's 4. Definitely, she's definitely 4. Okay. She's currently quite obsessed with a certain topic, and so I learned a song for her I knew she would appreciate. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I think that's right. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, oh, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, ooh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, ooh, our hearts so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Nailed it. Woo! I never had a Pokemon phase, but my little brother Aaron was just a couple of years behind me, and he went through a Pokemon phase. And well, the TV room was also the computer room, and I was going through a, chatting to random strangers on AIM phase. So I heard the theme song many times, but I did not have it memorized. Okay. Okay, well, we're coming up on an hour. So let's do maybe like 2 more songs. Michelle, I'm glad to hear you're in your Pokemon phase right now. It's never too late for a phase. That's what I say. It's okay for your phase to last a long time. You don't have to get over it just because it's for kids. Fuck it, man. Life's short. Mom, if you're watching this later like you did with the last one, I'm sorry for cussing. She messaged me after the last stream, like a day later or something, said, I'm watching your concert. And I'm like, oh, immediately I panic and go, what did I say during that concert? Did I talk about politics? And I just said, oh, cool, thanks. Sorry for cussing. And she just said, I've heard it before. All right. What do you guys want to hear? Do a cover. Amazing. Lauren, I was just saying years ago, she put her kids on a bus to Idaho to see their grandma and found out later they shared the headphones and treated the whole Greyhound to the Pokemon song from Everett, Washington to Moscow, Idaho. So that's fun. I'm sure they loved that. I mean, the kids definitely loved it. The rest of the bus, better not tell you now. All right. What would you guys rather have? A fun and wacky cover. I don't actually have something in mind. Usually when you say that, you're like actually thinking of something specific. I'm just going to like scroll randomly through my covers and pick something with my eyes closed. Nope, didn't work. No. I'm trying to just tap something at random, but you guys don't want to hear that. Said I was going to do it, and then sometimes then you tap on something and go, oh, that song's not actually finished, or that's super obscure. None of you have heard of that band. Would not particularly enjoy it. Well, so much for that idea. Oh, hey, here's what we'll do. I've actually been practicing this song lately because it's one of those songs I like to play when I don't know what else to play. I've been trying lately to make sure I play at least one song every day. A lot of performers practice way more than that every day, but I have a hard time with focusing and practicing. It's an ADD thing. So I try to make myself just like, hey, just one song. Because more often than not, when I sit down to play that one song, I end up playing a couple more. But at least if I only just do the one, at least I've done one song. I'm never going to end up suddenly going a week and going, I haven't touched my ukulele in a week, which has happened. Conveniently, this was also Once Upon a Time requested by Steven, so you're getting a bonus request. Past retroactive request. Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way to That's a good one. You know, I was actually really surprised when I found out that had been written purposefully for Breakfast at Tiffany's. I think I had this idea that it was already some old standard, like an old jazz standard. And I think that's what they were aiming for when they wrote it. But still, oh, I'm blanking. Who wrote it? I think it was Henry Mancini. Harry, the Mancini guy who does the movie musics. I think he wrote that. Might be wrong. I'm almost positive that it was written purposely for that particular film. Anyway, well done. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. Savvy. Your family has great taste, obviously. Okay, let's just do one more song and then we'll call it good. What do you guys think? Yeah? I guess that'll be slightly no. One more song would be perfect. Okay. Boop a doop. Okay, of the two songs that I like to end sets with, Fictional Love, the song about all the fictional characters that's like a million pop culture references all rolled into a song, or The Kids Are Fine, all right? Which is a song response to all of those "the millennials are destroying the planet and society" articles. Which one of those would you guys rather hear? Right? Fictional love song about a lot of fictional characters, or The Kids Are Fine, all right? A song response to think pieces about why millennials are terrible. Okay, we got 2 votes for The Kids Are Fine, all right, and 1 for Fictional Love. If nobody else chimes in, I need at least 2 people to chime in. If anyone else is gonna chime in, because don't make it a. We don't want to have a deal with a what do you call it? A whoosie. What's it? A tie. That very simple monosyllabic word. Tie. Exactly. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word tie for a second there. What are you gonna do? Life's weird. The human brain's a funny thing. Okay. I'm gonna do The Kids Are Fine, all right? And unless like 4 more people suddenly go, no, I simply must hear Fictional Love. Like, where the hell did I put that song? Here it is. All right. There you go. I changed the key for this song, and every time I do it in the new key, I go, hold on. It's the ice cream changes. It shouldn't be hard to remember. It's a tale as old as time, a song as old as rhyme. You want to know just why the young people are so mystifying. They don't act the way we did. Who can understand those crazy kids? It's almost like every generation changes to avoid cultural stagnation. I might be going out on a limb, but bear with this unpopular opinion. It's possible society isn't in defeat, just 'cause no one ever actually needed dryer sheets. And this may be those participation trophies actually weren't our fault. Hey, we were the ones who were handing them out. The kids are fine. The kids are gonna be just fine. The kids are alright. The kids always turn out alright. I think like 2 more people just caught it and flipped the stream. This is the last song of the evening, and just to catch you up on what's going on, this is a song response to all those internet think pieces about why millennials are destroying everything. So we don't have diamonds or health insurance or ever get a raise, but we have feminism and discourse my voice telling me it's time to end the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in and listening. It's been lovely having you guys here. Sorry it was a bit, I was gonna say sorry it was a bit hectic, but like I don't know that this stream was appreciably more hectic than my usual streams. They're always a bit wacky and unplanned. So what are you gonna do? Kyle, hi Kyle. I'm so sorry that you were late. I guess click set reminder on my channel or click the bell on my channel so you get notifications, and you'll hear about the one in 2 weeks. I do this every other Saturday, and I'm also doing live stream readings in case anybody didn't know that. I just finished a book, so I'm going to take a week off, and then next week I will start another series, and I have not yet decided exactly what I'm going to do, but I might just be self-indulgent and read you guys some of my short stories that I have written, the ones that I haven't released as an audiobook yet. I might do it. I'm going to spend the next week kind of poking at some of them and seeing if they're ready or acceptable for public consumption. So I may in fact do that, and just do a week of that. And then the week after that, I'll pick another actual book, maybe something from the public domain. So yeah, that's the plan. Thanks everybody for coming. Check out the links below to buy my stuff or send me a tip if you're into that. And I wasn't checking my phone to see if anybody sent any request tips. I used to do this thing where if you tip me and you send a request, I will do the request, and I would still do that. It's just that it's not like a thing in the stream anymore. It's not like I'm not like pushing it as much. And so, okay, well, good. The request was either for the As the World Falls Down or the spooky song, and I did the spooky song. So yeah, for future reference, if you ever send me a tip with a request attached to it, please save the request in the chat as well, because I may not be looking at my phone. So on that note, I would like to say good night. I hope that you are all doing relatively okay, at least within your sphere of things you can control. I hope everyone is in a safe place and at a comfortable temperature, as my friend Strangely likes to say. And that is a good time to say good night. And I'll see you guys around. I'll catch you on the flip side.